Hello, lovely, lovely Libras, or lovely, lovely Mars in Libras. Maybe you're not that lovely though, I have to say. Now, before I get into this, I need to say that I am Libra Sun, I'm Libra Venus, I'm Libra Mercury. I've got a whole load of Libra in my chart. So I totally understand Libran energy and how it could affect Mars. I'm kind of glad that my Mars placement is in Sagittarius though. And this is exactly why we need to be very aware of all our different placements and how they affect our energies. Now, Libra's a very, very indecisive energy. It's not so much that that's not fair. Do you know what? That's not fair. Libra's not indecisive. Libra just takes a very long time to make a decision because they really like to look at things from all angles, weigh up all the pros and cons. Libra is not afraid of making decisions. Libra just wants to make sure they're making the right decision, and they want to have plenty of time to think about it in advance. So the good thing about this is actually when Libra makes a decision, they stick to it because they know that they've made the right decision. It's very, very rare for a Libra to change their mind once they've fully weighed up all their options. Although Libra is very adaptable, given different information, they're adaptable. They are willing to it's a very mutable sign in terms of like the willingness to be very, very flexible. But given all the information, it's like the judge, jury, and executioner of the tarot, of the star signs. They weigh up, they're the judge, Judies. They weigh up all the information, make a decision, and normally they're right. Okay, you're probably not going to want to get in an argument with a Libra. They're probably going to be right. The thing is, though, with this kind of indecision, if you have a Mars placement in Libra, you're going to be quite slow to take action. You really do want a lot of time to kind of weigh up the pros and cons, to think things through, to really make a decision before you take action. So Mars being the action-packed sign, the action-taking sign, you can be a bit of a ditherer if you've got Mars in Libra. So like I was saying, this is why if you come into this reading, you may associate with a lot of what I'm saying if you have a strong Libra in your chart, if you're Libra Sun, Libra star sign, Sun, Moon, Rising, right? You may find that some of this applies to you. However, I'm specifically reading for a Mars placement in Libra. So down in that description box down below, you can find a link to Cafe Astrology. It's got a free service which will tell you all your different placement of all the planets in your birth chart that affect your sign, that affect your personality, because two Libras are not going to be the same. It depends on all the placements. Now, I'm a Libra. I have Mars in Sagittarius, which, thank God, right? Because I've got so much Libra in my chart. I've got a Gemini moon. I could dither. I could be indecisive forever. I could argue. I've got Mars in Mercury in Venus. I'm getting all mixed up. I've got Mercury in Libra. I could argue with myself for eternity, right? But thank God I've got Mars in Sagittarius, because Mars in Sagittarius, when they want something, when they get passionate about something, when they set a goal, they go for it. They are like, it's almost like stubbornly eyes on the prize. That bullseye is in sight. They are going to get what they want. So I'm so thankful that I've got a decisive action sign for my Mars sign, because if I had Mars in Libra as well, I would never get anything done, quite frankly. So yeah, Mars in Libra. Really, you don't like to be rushed to make a decision. You really want all the information, as much information as you can be given before you make a decision. And then you're going to make a decision based on a very considered amount of judgment. You can procrastinate quite a lot because you're in this weighing up thing. You don't want to make a rash decision and then regret it later. So you may sometimes procrastinate. You may put things off as long as you can because you're trying to give yourself that extra time to kind of weigh things up. You can excuse me. Normally though, when you do make your mind up, you can be quite fixed. You do see things through to the end. You do really mean, if you make a promise, you tend to really mean it, because you know when you get a decision out of somebody with Mars in Libra, it's a very well considered decision. When it comes to arguments, because Mars is the sign of high temper, passion, confrontation, not the sign, sorry, the planet of these things. Mars in Libra really likes harmony and balance. You like things to be very fair, very equal. You like things to be harmonious. You like things to work in coordination with other things. So you're very good at spotting the warning signs. If an argument's about to happen, if things are about to go wrong, you're normally one of the first people to kind of notice the warning signs because you're so sensitive to it. You also tend to be a bit of a peacemaker. So if people are arguing around you, if there's confrontation, you will tend to be quite flexible in order to kind of negotiate a peace. You kind of want everything to be fair, you want everybody to be heard, you want things to be equal. If you like to be seen as being fair though. You don't like to be seen as being the bad guy in a situation. You don't want to be seen as being mean or unfair or underhand in any sort of way. You do have quite a lot of high honor. However, Libra can be quite a manipulative sign. You can be. It's normally for good reason, right? It's normally because you want to keep the peace. So you may find that if something is wrong, if you perhaps something's wrong at work, there's something going on with the boss, instead of going up to them and confronting them directly, you may undermine them. You may kind of work behind the scenes in order to kind of try and balance out the situation without confronting it directly. Now, this can be seen as being a little bit manipulative, just to kind of warn you. And you wouldn't like to be seen as being manipulative because you think you're doing the right thing. You think you're doing the just thing, the honourable thing. You think you're standing up to, the bad guy, but you're doing it in a way that's moderate, that is... you don't like shouting, you don't like arguments, you don't like the noise, the banging, right? So you're doing it in a way that's kind of like tranquil, but you can be seen as manipulative or undermining or passive aggressive, just to tell you, just to warn you. Sometimes it's better to just say it. And again, this is kind of, I love that kind of Mars placement for Sagittarius for me, because it's where my sense of, just do it, just rip off the plaster, just say it, just be upfront and honest. Sometimes things would spill out of my mouth. I put my foot in my mouth all the time, but I'm kind of glad for that, because it offsets the Libra in me, right? You do get very passionate about, you are willing to stand up and fight if you feel like there's been an injustice. This is what really presses your buttons. So if you think a situation is unfair, if you think something's wrong, you are prepared to go full Karen on it. So you're the one marching up to Parliament, or protesting, or writing an angry letter to your local Prime Minister, your local MP, because if something's unfair, you cannot stand it. You get really, really heated, really angry about injustice. So that's when you're willing to fight. That's when you're willing to kind of put that brilliant Libra mind into action, where you're the one with, you're going to have the petition signed, you're going to be the one with all the information, you're going to have looked into the law behind what you want to talk about. You're going to absolutely go in there, slamming your evidence down on the table, no arguments. Libra's got it all sorted. Libra knows what's right and wrong, and she's going to prove it to you, or he or she or they. So that's when you're going to get kind of fired up. When it comes to the bedroom, because Mars is all about, it's not about love like Venus. Mars is a bit more to do with physical sex, basically. Because you are a sign that wants to please, you like people to be happy around you. You do have a tendency to try and please your partner in bed. You're also quite experimental though. You may like role playing. You may like again, it's this sense of kind of like wanting to know what works and what doesn't. So you kind of want to experiment and find out what works, what doesn't, and kind of so you've got that information for the future almost. But you may be quite a picky person when it comes to a partner. You may be quite choosy about who you allow into your bed. So that is something for you there. So does this sound like you? If not, maybe go and look up your other placements and see if that sounds more like you. Again, I'm reading for Mars in Libra, not particularly Libra sun, moon rising, right? Mars in Libra. So your song was Boom by Ex-Ambassadors. I think this is in the Sonic the Hedgehog movie. It's my feet go boom, 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 boom. It's talking about walking away from somebody. So maybe you are walking away from somebody. Maybe you've had enough of a situation. Maybe you are walking away thinking, I've made the right choice. I weighed up this decision. I thought about it a long time. I know that I'm making the right choice, so I'm happy with my choice. I know that I'm off to better things, or at least I'm leaving a bad situation behind that didn't work for me. So take that as it resonates and leave it if it doesn't. Libra, you are the Queen of Swords in the tarot. So when you when something's not working for you, if you've tried to balance out a situation and it's not getting anywhere, you cannot find that peace and harmony, you're just going to cut it out. You're going to cut your losses and you're going to go, because there's only so much that you can bend for somebody else until finally you think, I've had enough, I'm out, it's just not working. And then you're kind of like the ice queen, you know, you pull back all your emotion, you completely emotionally evacuate the situation if it's just not working for you anymore. So for people who have Mars in Libra for Monday, handing it over to the universe here. Mars in Libra, and I'm using the wrong deck. Why is that flipped? Don't know. Maybe we were meant to see this. Time to give rather than take, new moon in Virgo. Perhaps that was a message for somebody there. I'm meant to be using this deck. It's getting a bit dark. It's gone dark a little bit earlier than I expected, but it's quite stormy, so I am sorry that the lighting is not the best for your reading. Mars in Libra, please, for Monday. Depth, lake. Yeah, taking a plunge perhaps, but really finding, when you are looking to take action into something, you really want all the details. You want to look at things in depth, is how I'm reading that today. And you have magnetism and attraction. So trying to manifest something, trying to draw something to you, being quite magnetic, being quite, you know, maybe Mars in Libra is quite sexy energy there, but they are kind of a bit yin yang. You know, Libra's kind of planet is Virgo, not Virgo, what am I talking about? Libra's planet is Venus. So Venus in Libra is very happy. Mars in Libra is a bit like chalk and cheese, yin and yang. It's perhaps not the best placement. You know, every placement though has kind of like ups and downs, right? Perks and drawbacks. But yeah, quite sexy there. Mars and Virgo. Yeah, I'm just going to show up. Responsibility, meerkat. So you may find that you've got a lot of responsibilities at the moment that are kind of tying you to things. Maybe you feel a draw to something, but you feel like you're kind of stuck in place because of all these responsibilities that you have. You can see he's kind of looking up at the sky there. So looking up at the sky, manifesting better situations, manifesting a release from your responsibilities, maybe perhaps feeling a bit overwhelmed by the amount of responsibilities that you have, and groundedness there with the armadillo. Wanting to be grounded, look at the size of the armadillo. So wanting to be very grounded, wanting to be very practical, but still keeping an eye on the sky, still kind of looking forward to your dreams, the future perhaps. The meerkat reminds me of how I was saying that Libra is very good at seeing the warning signs, the early warning signs when a situation is going to kind of kick off, or there's going to be difficulties, there's going to be arguments. You may feel like you may have been in situations in your life, perhaps childhood situations, where perhaps you grew up in quite a volatile household, where you start to, you're kind of getting used to those warning signs, right, of things that, you know, an argument's going to happen, somebody's going to get disgruntled, you know, I feel like you're very sensitive to the mood of the room changing. So you may be particularly, because of your life experiences, you may be particularly fine-tuned to those kind of early warning signs that mean that a situation is going to go sour, is how I'm reading that today. Right, okay, let's get you some more cards. You know, Libran energy, to be in a situation where there's arguments, where there's conflict, it's extremely stressful for people with strong Libra placement, because Libra is all about balance and harmony. So being in a situation where there's chaos and conflict and disharmony is basically like torture for a Libra. So that's kind of what's coming through there for me. Four of voices in the center. Yeah, the need to heal, the need for a little bit of time on your own, a bit of solitary, maybe like going for a long bath, having a bit of a nap, so that you can reassess, so that you can heal from things, and so that you can really kind of think things through. More cards please for Mars in Libra for Monday. Yeah, there you go. That's you wanting the balance, trying to balance out two different things, kind of spinning plates in the air, trying to make things equal, trying to make things fair. Two of materials, finding that balance within yourself as well, trying to be balanced as you navigate difficult situations. That flew off, but you've got the Three of Inspiration there, which is making a decision. I feel like making a decision to leave a situation, because the next card is the Tower. The Tower is something that comes in to kind of pull the rug out from underneath your feet. It's a very challenging energy. It can be any kind of like event or circumstance or something that somebody says, or a conflict around you. It's something, normally something quite unpredictable or a surprise, but it comes in to kind of challenge your foundations. Are you in the right place? Are you in the right relationship? Are you in the right job? The Tower moments come in to help you understand that. So if you're going through something that's very challenging, I'm sort of really seeing those dominoes knocking over. I feel like for a lot of you, you've got this sense of kind of like the hard work that you've put into something, because somebody had to line those dominoes up right. It's like the hard work that you've put into something, and you're starting to realize now that it's just not working out. People keep knocking over your dominoes. So you keep on putting this time investment into something, but it's not appreciated, or, you know, other people keep coming in, messing up the good things that you're trying to do. So you're getting ready to leave, you're getting ready to walk out of that door. I think you've made a decision here that you've realized that whatever this foundation is, it's not the right place for you to be in. There's too much chaos and conflict around you. One more card, please. One more card, please, for Mars in Libra. Yeah, look, Two of Cups in reverse. Yeah, it's not the right place. It's not working out for you. This is somebody who's taking more than they're giving. Someone who, I feel like you keep trying to save somebody, but they're not trying to save themselves in the matter. Or you keep trying to, you're the one offering support, you're the one doing the work, you're the one lining things up, and somebody else keeps coming in and messing it all up. Or, you know, you just cannot keep that balance, and all it's doing is getting you into your own head. Yeah, so you look at that on the underlying Eight of Emotions. You're walking away. You know that it's like this situation is a black hole. Just all the investment, all the time that you spend on this, it just keeps, it's like it's just sucking everything from you. I can feel it's like an energy vampire. It just feels draining. Like you just, all the energy, all the effort that you put in goes nowhere. It's just a void. So it feels like, it's funny because I've just done Mars in Virgo, which talks about, you know, investing your time and your energy in the right places, because then the seeds grow into something, right? Then you get a really good return on your investment. And this just feels like you've been planting the seeds and none of the seeds are growing, or the seeds grow and then something comes along and eats the plants, or the seeds grow and then a drought comes and just ruins them, or you get like, you know, an insect infestation. It's like, why do I keep planting these seeds? Because every time I plant them, I exhaust myself, and it just is not appreciated. There's no balance here. Oh, something needs to go. Something needs to go for you. It's, yeah. You need to stop wasting your energy where it's not appreciated, where there's chaos and conflict. I feel like you probably, if this reading's resonating, you probably already know what this is. So if you're in a really happy, balanced relationship and you're like, no, I give my time and people, you know, give back to me. I'm happy, I'm balanced. I see you as balanced. I see you as being balanced, but I don't think the situation around you is. So if you're like, I'm fine, I'm happy where I am, then this is not your reading. Again, go and check out your other placements. But for whoever I'm reading for, you're gonna know what this is already, because you're exhausted. You're exhausted. You keep putting all your effort into it, and it's like you're the only one who cares. You're the only one who's, no one's appreciating what you're doing. They're just all like, everybody else is like messing everything up. It sort of makes me think of like, in the house, I'm the only person who tidies my children's room properly. You know, it takes me a couple of days. I go in there, I pick up all the toys, I sort the Lego, I sort everything back into the boxes, I pick the clothes up off the floor, I put the clothes in the washing pile, I fold the clothes and make the beds and move all the teddies and put the books back on the bookshelves and hoover and everything that needs doing in there. I go in and I blitz it, and then like my children just mess it up again, and then there's like crisp packets on the floor, and I ask them to tidy, but they never really do it to a good enough standard. So, you know, this isn't, I'm talking about a situation where this is my job as a mother, right? It's my job as a mother to make sure my children's room is tidy, but I also expect them to value what I do. So But I feel like this situation is not like a mother with children, but it feels like it is for you. It could be a relationship, right? You tidy the house every day. Your partner comes home, sticks his dirty boots up on the table. You're like, why did I tidy? Why did I bother? You are the one who tidies the storeroom at work. Other people come in and just kind of dump stuff in there, and before you know it, all that work is wasted. It's like you spend 3 days tidying the storeroom, and other people come in and mess it up within half an hour. And it's like, well, you could just put things back on the shelf. This is how it feels to me. So what's the energy around you? What's going on around you? So somebody else is putting in hard work. Can you see all the clutter around them though? And they're focused on that candle. So somebody around you is very, very focused on something that they're passionate about, but they're not paying it. Somebody's really trying hard to kind of like master something that they're working on. But while they're doing that, they're kind of not taking care of all this other stuff around them. So it's not that they don't care about what you're doing. It's just that they've got a very different focus because they're so focused on this thing that they're trying to master. So for example, it could be somebody who is somebody who's learning how to play the guitar. So all their focus, all their spare time is going on practicing playing the guitar, getting the new music, getting the next lesson. They're so focused on that thing that they're doing. So all their time and energy is going into that and not into the stuff that you're taking care of. So there's a bit of an imbalance, and it's not that that person's a bad person. It's just that their focus is somewhere else right now. So what else is going on in the energy around people with work? That's too many. There could be a fallout. Knight of Swords could be a truth spoken, which causes you to have a bit of a fallout with somebody. When all the cards fall out like that, that's literally a fallout, an argument. But somebody's taking action. It could be this person, my feet go boom, 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 right? Somebody's out there. But it's almost like you're like good riddance because you just caused me too much trouble. It's almost like you're like, I'm better off on my own. I'm better off on my own. Where, do you know what? I'm happy. You leave. You get out of here, and then I don't have to tidy up after you. I'm gonna tidy up, and then I'm gonna have a long hot bath, and I'm gonna have a great time on my own. So if you want to go somewhere else, that's fine, because at least you're not here messing things up, knocking over my dominoes. Is the way it's coming through. So what else, please? Oh gosh, too many again. Right, I'm going to take it like this. Queen of Cups, King of Swords, and an 8 of Wands. So this is people communicating with you. Yeah, because you're dropping the burdens and you're off to a fresh start, or somebody else around you is. Yes, somebody's made a decision here with this 3 of Wands. The 3 of Wands talks about waiting for your ships to come in, but you can see there's no ships. So you've invested your time and energy into something, but that return is not coming, right? It's not. So over here, you're communicating with some people. Now, these people are in the upright. I feel like this is people who are supporting you. It could be parents. You may have a mother who's a water sign, a father who's an air sign. Doesn't have to be. Doesn't even have to be a man and a woman, right? It could be anybody. But the Queen of Cups is somebody who has a lot of time for you. They're very nurturing. They're very loving. They're very stable with their emotions, very supportive, very giving. They have a lot of time for you. They're going to, like, whatever you need from them, they're going to be there with their arms open. The King of Swords is somebody, you could be getting advice from somebody who's like, a lawyer, somebody who draws up contracts, somebody who's very intelligent. They have a lot of knowledge, the King of Swords. They do tend to work in things like law or communication or technology even. But you can see the owl here represents this person's wisdom, the crow as well. So very intelligent person who can definitely support you and help you if you have questions if you want help with something from an analytical point of view. So I see here this 8 of Wands. This is communication and action. I feel like this is kind of almost like a support network for you. This is people around you who you can reach out to for support, or who are trying to come in to help you in this situation. Up here, I feel like there's an energy around you. I feel like it's showing us this person doing it. This person feels very, very burdened. So they are packing their bags and they're leaving. It could be that you are packing your bags and leaving. Whoever this situation is outside of you, because you're moving on to something that feels a lot better. It's a lot more exciting for you. Some of you may have a child who is a student with this Eight of Pentacles, who is leaving to go to study something. They're packing the bags, they're leaving to go to university. But this kind of does talk normally about a situation where somebody's felt very, very burdened. So they're moving on to something that they're much more passionate about. There's something new and exciting that this person's moving towards, but they have this sense of feeling burdened. They need to kind of like reach the end of this long road and put the bags down. It could be that somebody's coming home to you as well. The Ten of Wands talks about somebody who's going home, returning home. Normally there's a castle. You can see that this person's heading towards a castle. So it could be that somebody's left a situation where they've been very, very burdened, and they're coming towards you because they feel a much more passionate connection. It's like it's fun with you, right? It's fun. There's creation, like a childlike energy here with you. They feel quite passionate when they're with you. So yeah, this person could be coming to you because they felt burdened. So a couple of different ways to read that there. I'm going to read this Four of Voices to you, and then we'll pull you some advice cards. Well, this is actually quite a short reading. I guess, do you know what? I'll read for you then. I'll read a couple of these cards because this is actually, I kind of don't want to, maybe you're just really busy. Maybe you've not got time for a long reading. That might be why, but I feel like I don't want to give you this short straw. So if you want to just skip to the advice, you can do that. But I'll read a couple of these cards for you to see if that gives you more of an idea of what's going on. So, sleep, deep rest and renewal, healing, the edge of a burnout, needing to slow down, taking the time you need, self-love and compassion, retreat. Prompt, petals that slumber. The muse of deep rest and healing welcomes you to her starlight nebula of rebirth and renewal, offering you a time away so that you may escape the wheel of hustle and chaos. Told you, chaos. It so quickly becomes the pattern. She spins a mix of stars and rose petals and stirs you the sweetest of waters, an elixir made for your wounds, both energetic and physical, emotional and spiritual. She invites you to walk slowly across the bridge and to fall into the deepest of rests with her. Sleep, sweet creator love. You must rest for your health. You must rest for your health. Okay, this is for you, right? You must rest for your health. Sleep, for this is where all the energy to create your path will be found. Rest, sweet creator. You are on the edge. It's time to pause and slow. Reflect and wait. Initiate, suspend, and life will grow. Okay, I'm going to read the Two of Pentacles for you because this is what you're trying to do, right? You're trying to find the balance. And you're making a decision here. You've got the Three of Wands twice, look. Making a decision to move on from a situation where your ships are not returning. So I'm going to read that for you as well. So let's go. Oh, do you know what? I've opened it on the page, so I guess we'll read this next. Making progress, waiting for things to click into place, expansion of ideas, business opportunities, dreams on the horizon, clear ambitions and goals, a sign that very good things are coming, divinely implemented pauses. Prompt, fragments of performance. Alignment. She has lofty goals and giant dreams, and sometimes when she dreams this big, it can take some shifting to get things to line up. The space between the first steps taken and seeing dreams realised can feel frustratingly vast, and the Three of Inspiration knows that she must trust that things are happening in the background, even when she cannot see them. She has been at this doorway before, manifesting and waiting, and she has learnt that staying true to her vision is the key. She reminds you to continue to do the work while actively seeking the signs that your radiant future is on the way. Enjoy this natural interval, being careful not to get derailed by doubt, even if you are experiencing delays. Watch for the warm winds to move your pieces into formation and know that it's totally okay to have to wait for dreams to arrive after you've taken the initial steps to make them happen. Have faith, their arrival is imminent. Now, I'm glad I read that because this is saying to me that you've put a lot of time and effort and energy into something and you think that nothing's happening, but actually, I guess with this Eight of Pentacles, something is happening. You're just not aware of it. You're just not seeing it yet. It's happening behind the scenes. So you think there's no return on your investments when actually it could be that they are, you're just not seeing it yet. So if there's a pause, if you're waiting, if there's a natural interval, use the time to rest, to heal, to recuperate, because big things could happen soon in the future. It could be that this person is coming towards you with news. Okay, different storylines going on for different people here. Let's read that Tower. So again, the Tower is a very difficult energy. It's scorpionic energy, but it's actually The Tower is one of those things where it's all in the perception. So somebody could see it as a destructive force, something that's bad, something that's difficult, something that's should be resisted. Or you can embrace the Tower because you know that when the Tower hits, it's there to clear the waters. It's there to remove things from your life that aren't there, that don't serve you anymore, right? They're not meant to be part of your life anymore. So some people thank the Tower energy for removing the things from their life because it clears the air and allows them to move on to new things or have a fresh perspective. So it's all about the way that you embrace the Tower. That's the key, okay? Unexpected change, a massive shift, beliefs shattered, paradigms flipped, an opportunity to rebuild your life in new ways, being flexible, finding shards of light in the chaos. Prompt, a rift in reality. Hello, fragility. When life seemingly falls apart and everything appears to crumble into a million little fragments, the muse of the Tower can be called upon to powerfully clear any situation and to carefully, oh so carefully, pick up the slivers of broken dreams and of mismatched ingredients. She finds herself drawn to moments of dysfunction and to large stagnant blocks of energy. Like a cosmic puzzle maker, she removes outgrown situations in order to force fit the new, and she seeks the diamonds that are always hiding just beneath the surface of life's fractures. Creating beauty from chaos, she is the rebuilder of stories, dreams, and souls. She reminds you that there's no need to be afraid of change, and that she would never be drawn to any situation that was perfectly balanced or whole. So trust that any discomfort that her change brings today will help to shift things into perfect alignment later. Now, it talks about she would never be drawn to situations that are perfectly balanced. Now, you are Mars in Libra, you are all about balance, right? You want balance. So I feel like you've been trying to balance out a situation, doing your best to balance out a situation, and it's draining you because it's not balanced. You can see here these two roses in her hands, they're not balanced. So I can see you toppling and struggling here. So let them fall. You see how the roses are falling away? Let the things that don't serve you fall from you when this Tower moment hits, because it's going to make your life easier. You know, why balance two things when you're only meant to balance one? You know, it's easier to balance things if you're not toppling around all the time, right? The Tower's here to help you. Juggling responsibilities, finding balance, centering, grounding, tasks, too many to-dos, multiple priorities, financial decisions, managing resources, staying afloat, feeling overwhelmed, change and flexibility. Prompt, juggling multiple roses. All the things are falling into her world at the same time, and she dances a dance of stability and groundedness. To stay balanced here will require her full multitasking attention because the crystal is wobbling, and the tasks she is juggling are showing up quickly now. In order to bring all these budding wishes to the earth, she needs to spend time watching and nurturing each one. But then that would be impossible, this balancing everything all at once. So she floats between them quickly, trying to stabilize. She teaches you that even when you want to have it all, sometimes you need to prioritize and choose the thing that comes first. If you don't decide this, you may manage to hold it all together, but the process will likely not be healthy or enjoyable in the long run. Welcome flexibility and change into your plans to keep everything blooming for years to come. Tell me, how do I carry all these discs, these spinning tasks and roses, and how do I juggle these safeties and risks and their million intricate poses? I don't know. But there's some situation when you're giving more than you're receiving. There's an imbalance here, and that does not serve you if you have Mars in Libra. So what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Let's get you some advice. Rest and heal. Stop trying to juggle everything. Juggle your own responsibilities, but don't try and juggle everybody else's. Make them do the hard work, right? It's like, I'm not your mum. I keep saying that this week. I'm not your mum. You can do it yourself. Maybe that's what you need to say to someone. Okie dokie then. So, best advice, please, for people with a Mars placement in Libra for Monday. Mars in Libra for Monday. What do you have to say? Another little fallout there. Take time to breathe out. That's this energy here of the Four of Voices. So, don't let pride get in your way. Full moon in Leo. So, if you have to let something go, and it's a pride issue, if it's like a relationship and you're like, I don't want people to think that my relationship's failed, that's pride, right? That's you holding on to something that isn't working for you because you're scared of what other people will think. So don't let pride get in your way, whatever that situation is. You're very close to achieving your goal. Your commitment is being tested. Interesting pairing there. Your commitment is being tested, but you're very close to achieving your goal. So don't give up. Whatever this is that you're trying to do, don't give up. And a win-win outcome is forecast. Brilliant. Well, that's what we want to hear, don't we? If you've got Mars in Libra, a win-win outcome is forecast. So please could I get one card, because I'm getting tired of reading now. One card, please, for, there we go, beautiful Libra. You've got a dog and a coyote. That's interesting. Trust in divine detours. Yeah, trust in divine detours, because it did say that there was some kind of hold up, that your investment wasn't paying off yet. So take the time to heal, to do that balancing of the things that you can, because I feel like whatever it is, that blockage will clear. The tower will come in, remove the blockage, and you'll be able to move forward in a more balanced way. Dog spirit, be loyal to what you love, right? What do you love? So it's not asking you to be loyal to what everybody else thinks is important. It's not asking you to put other people first. It's what do you love? Be loyal to your truth, right? Dog spirit appears to remind you that although change, again, definitely a big change coming in for you. Dog spirit appears to remind you that although change is a part of life and all of us are meant to evolve, our love and commitments remain strong. You are loved now and can trust that this higher love is true. Spirit loves you, and love has arrived in many forms now, manifesting in the people you surround yourself with, expressed uniquely through them. Dog spirit also says, be true to that which you love, for now is the time of good fortune. Be steady as you recognize that people and things are always transforming. Your heart is loving and true, and dog spirit wants you to know that your steadfast commitment to experiencing and expressing love will attract and manifest more love. You deserve all of it. Have faith in Spirit's plan for you. There you go. There you go. And 1 and 9 makes a 10, and 10s are about endings. So there is something that I feel like you need to let go of that isn't working for you anymore. Okay, so what is the one song? So the people coming to this reading today who resonate with this reading, what's the one song that they really, really need to hear today? The best song for the people coming to this reading today. I love this song. So that's Maneater by Nelly, Furtado. Everybody look at me, me. I walk through the door, you start screaming. Baby, what you here for? Move your body around like a nympho. So again, it feels like this is about, so I don't know if this is somebody around you. I don't think this is what you're doing. I don't know if somebody views you this way. She talks about somebody who's a Maneater, who is a woman who's using her body, her sexuality, possibly to manipulate a man into working really, really hard for her. So it's Maneater makes you work hard, makes you cook cars, makes you wish you'd never fallen in love. I don't know. I love that song. I love dancing to it. A little bit tongue-in-cheek there. But I don't know. Take that if it resonates. Leave it if it doesn't. And be true to what you love. And yeah. And you if you're true to what you love, then you're not going to go off course, are you? All right, take care. Leave me a like if you like, subscribe. Let me know if this reading resonated with you. Share it with your friends if you think it's their story. It all really, really helps out my channel, and I really appreciate it because it helps me get the messages out to more people. But yeah, do take care, and I'll see you again soon. Best of love. Best of love. Funny that I made that little hiccup with my tongue there. Best of love, Libra. And yeah, don't go eating any men. Or do, I don't know. I'm not going to tell you what to do with your personal life. Take care. Bye-bye.